Hi, it's Stephanie from Louisville Family Fun, and my family recently went on a super vacation to the Atlantis, Paradise Island, the Bahamas. And while we were there, we saw a lot of folks with Kentucky clothes on, whether it was Cardinals or UK. And we actually ran into two families that my children said, those kids go to our school. That's so and so. And so I thought, well, even though it's not in Louisville, apparently a lot of families are going to the Bahamas, to the Atlantis. And why not share my tips from our visit so you can make these plans? Because this is not a vacation that you can just say, okay, we're going to go on this vacation and let's book it for next month. It's definitely something that you plan for, that you save for. So tips are always nice. So here's some photos and some tips from me on visiting the Atlantis.
Visiting the Atlantis was definitely one of our favorite vacations, but it can be costly. So this video is to show you all of the things you can do around Atlantis without breaking the bank, because it's a huge place and there's a lot to enjoy. For example, the shark tank and the feedings. You can see these things scheduled almost every day. Here you go.
Like, yeah. What? Oh my lord, they're all getting away from the seagulls. So all the sharks, that is so cool. All the sharks are right there trying to get it. Oh my lord, that is so cool.
Every day they put out a schedule, and there's going to be someone there engaging the crowd and teaching them about the animals. So it's going to be stingrays or hammerhead sharks or whatever it may be. Super fun.
Oh, Nicholas, grab it, Nico. Don't be scared, Nicholas. It's not going to hurt somebody. It's not.
Also on the daily agenda, there's kids activities. There are craft stations throughout the resort, and those are free as well. We came home with little souvenirs that the children made themselves, and they really enjoyed those. Also, there's bingo. We love bingo. We came home with lots of loot, so definitely check the daily schedule for that. Aside from those activities, make sure that you explore every aspect of the Atlantis. We love the nighttime, walking around and seeing the big ships docked. The restaurants all around. This one was our favorite because you could get family style. That makes it affordable. But the best thing about the place was the dig. You go underground, and even though everything is truly, I guess, the same, the kids felt like it was different every time because the fish are all around you, and each time you spot a different one. It's really wonderful. We loved snorkeling and exploring the different pools. Look at the backgrounds. You can see we were never in the same place twice, unless it became a favorite. We really loved doing everything from the ping pong to swimming in the shallow pools with our goggles and all of that fun stuff. Every pool. Look at all these pools. So many pools. This was a wonderful spot. This is the Freshwater Lagoon, and if you have your snorkeling stuff, you can get on a jacket and you can snorkel there. It doesn't cost anything. They don't charge you anything. So I encourage you to pack those in your bag and take them there with you so you don't have to buy them there. And there are fish there. So we got a really great fun snorkeling experience, and it didn't cost us anything because we had already brought our snorkeling equipment. Now, there are tons of tube rides. So you have to make time to look at the map and figure out, where am I going to go? You're going to go down the shark slide and get this great view and go through the shark tank tunnels. That was super fun. Even if you don't go down, check out this view. And then you got all the slides all around. They have slides for all different ages. And sometimes they're kind of tucked away, as you can see here. So if you visit all the pools, you'll be able to discover all the slides. And some are going to be longer or faster than others. This is a little kid area with a play area. We went on this, the rapids, over and over and over again. It seems like it's going to be a lazy river, but there are little parts where it goes a little fast. And we probably did this about 25 times. Oh, don't forget to relax, okay? That is one of the best things about this Atlantis vacation. We found this to be so relaxing. Our children are 8 and 9, and although they really stayed with us the whole time, there were still opportunities for us to just hang out together. We didn't feel like we were running between theme parks or anything like that. So it really, truly was a beautiful, relaxing vacation, because all of the different towers at the Atlantis Resort have something to offer, and we just kept exploring. There are different tanks all throughout as well. There's the main dig under the big towers. However, if you go to the different areas and the different towers, you're going to see different formats for the aquarium and different animals. Some of them have kind of touch and feel areas, interactions. We got a kick out of these eels. We probably went and saw those eels over and over again. And that was not the eel's voice, okay? That was my kids making funny noises. But they learned stuff while they were there. With those little sheets that they had available, they were able to identify the different aquarium life and really just enjoy the beauty of them. My son just sat there and took them in and waited for them to come over, and he would put his hands up. There's my daughter trying to interact, even though they're not touching the sharks. They were just so up and close. This is a feeding that you get to see a scuba diver underneath. But as you can tell, we were just so hanging out the whole time, taking in the beauty of the place and exploring all of the different areas. This is a rope walk over the predator's tank. So that was super fun because you've got the hammerhead sharks down below that you can see. And there they are right there. But the bridge, we just kept coming back to the bridge. The kids got a real kick of kind of the scary nature of that. We also just sat and watched the animals. My daughter would come and count the animals and see who's the biggest turtle or whatever it may be. But all of that we didn't pay for. What we did pay for was Dolphin Key. We let each of our kids pick a single experience that they really wanted to do. That was one of those paid experiences. So my daughter and my husband participated in one of the dolphin interactions. And here they are. This one was probably on the lower price range of things. But let me just tell you, it wasn't like it was inexpensive. These things are expensive. But they're worth it. We had wonderful time. They got priceless photographs. Actually, it wasn't priceless because you do have to pay extra for those. But one tip I can give you about saving money for these is book them before you get there. If you book them in advance of your trip, it is actually cheaper. Once you're out the resort, the price is the price, and they know you're there, and you're going to have to pay the fee that is there. So that's a mistake we made that you will not have to make. Look at these photos. They had a great time. My son and I decided to go with snorkeling in the dig area. That's the big aquarium. And it is not aquarium water. This is fresh water. We were swimming with 2 sharks, but they were kind of just sleeping at the bottom. Everybody got to go underneath and see us snorkeling. That was super fun. But again, the best thing about this trip is once you're there, there's so much to see and do that you can choose to spend some extra money like we did with the dolphins or the snorkeling. Set a budget for that and pick something within that budget. But aside from that, you can see that we just had a wonderful time spending time together and visiting all of the aspects of the Atlantis that we could and not spend extra.